What's going on, guys? So right now I'm heading home into the city, and then I'm gonna go and take another trip to Boston. I just left my friend's house in Philly, so why not? That's the beauty of being a monk and being MGTOW, being single. I don't gotta deal with all those extracurricular activities that most people have to deal with, like spending time with people and doing things that they don't want. So I don't gotta deal with all that garbage. I only do the things that I want, except for right now, and that is being stuck in traffic. I don't like this kind of stuff, but I'm not in traffic that much anyway. So I'm getting ready to head into the city, get to my apartment, get my bag, and then I'm heading out to Boston to hang around with my other friends. And then after that, I gotta be in DC to have some real fun. DC is always a nice place, and I do like it. It's just as annoying as New York City or Boston, traffic-wise. 5 miles, 35 minutes, especially if you're on 50. So yeah. Anyway, so on this one, what I want to talk about is my friends and people online, right? But they always say, whenever we talk about economics, or we're talking about society and all this garbage, right? They always say that feminism didn't free women, it enslaved them. And my answer to them, and I think to everybody, is kind of always the same, right? It's like, why does it matter to me if it freed them or enslaved them? The only thing that matters to me is that it freed me, right? So the fact that women can go to work, buy their own house, do what they gotta do, serve the military, they can become fighter pilots, they can become astronauts. I don't give a shit what they do, right? Because they're able to do that, it makes it possible, so I don't have to deal with any of it, and I don't have to do anything for them, right? Anything that I deal with when it comes to women, or when it comes to any kind of societal things, it's generally speaking on my own terms, and it's the things that I want to do, right? Except for pay taxes. I never want to pay taxes, but that's part of life. So that's an expectation where I don't think I can. I do have accountants, and I have lawyers, so I do reduce the taxes, but I can't, quite frankly, eliminate it. Not unless I spend way too much money, and I don't really spend that much. But the whole idea of you'll see like these men on YouTube, they'll talk about it, right, constantly, as though like they're defending the women. And to me, it's always astonishing, because the only thing that you should be defending is men, right? Because think about it, right? If feminism enslaved women, that means that by deduction, right, it freed men, because men were responsible to bring in 100% of the income to feed the women, the children, and the men. But in today's society, all you got to do is bring income just for you, right? You can forget the women and the children, right? To me, I always say the same thing. Fuck the children. I don't want children, right? So don't put that on me. I didn't ask for children. I didn't have children. So that has nothing to do with me. Okay? But I don't have to deal with it, right? I don't have to pay for it. I don't got to do nothing with it, what the hell soever. I will gladly pay a few extra dollars in taxes, just so I don't got to sit there. Because me paying a few extra dollars in taxes is nothing compared to me being there with this woman and listening to her freaking mouth yap, right? And I'm going to assume, right, because you have to be fair, I am going to assume that women feel the exact same way, right? Is that she would be willing to pay a little bit extra, not to see my mug face, every fucking day. So no ill feelings towards feminists or men or anybody from me, because ultimately at this point I'm free, so I don't, even even when when I wasn't free, I didn't really have ill will. I don't hate people. I don't give a crap what you do. That's you. You know, you could be the craziest person. I don't hate. There's no point to hate, because hate is only going to destroy me. And at the end of the day, I only care about me, right? So I am very happy. And why shouldn't I be? You know, I'm going into the city, get to my apartment, grab my stuff. You know, you have people from all around the world that come to the city to come and visit it. I have no idea why, but whatever. You know, I guess it's the, you know, Big Apple, American dream, and all that garbage. Funny thing about that is also when I travel to some places, you know, and people find out, you know, that I live in New York City, you know, like they're astonished because like they see it as the movies. It's okay. There's a lot of things to do. It's a really cool place. You can walk everywhere. You can take the transit. If you want to get pushed into the, you know, tracks, which is not cool, but it happens. You know, you got to deal with a lot of, you know, psychos, because there's no more mental hospitals, and the ones that are left, well, they're all, you know, low on budget, no beds, all that garbage. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, right? No, so feminism, it freed men, and that was the idea of feminism, right? Because what it did was it distributed the load, the burden. You know, instead of being on one person, it distributed to two people, and you can't go wrong with that, right? That's awesome, because now what we're able to do is basically, I don't have to worry about, you know, providing for 2 additional people or 3 additional people or 4 additional people, right? I only have to worry about providing for me, and that's fairly simple, right? Because 99% of my money goes right into investments, because I don't spend that much. I'm not a crazy shopper. You know, I don't got to deal with all that stuff. The biggest expense really is just the apartment, right? The apartment and, you know, the food. So generally speaking, that's it, right? And it's not, you know, most of the food is takeout. Obviously, it's not like I'm cooking. Not that I can't. I really don't want to, right? And stuff like that. It's freed me, right? So again, the whole point of feminism, right, was to free the men, to reduce the burden on men, and it has done that beautifully. And that's why I don't hate feminism. I never hated feminism. I was never against feminism, right? I am not against feminist laws. I'm not, because I don't want it, right? So most people will say, well, but they instituted laws that are oppressive. That is true, but it doesn't mean shit to me, because I'm not participating in any of that stuff, right? I'm not going to go and have kids, so I don't really give a shit what they did, right? That doesn't bother me. You know, whatever they want to do, let them do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, so I don't gotta deal with garbage, right? And for me, that's worked perfect. Right? I am more than happy. My life is actually, I mean, I would probably say, you know, better than the majority of the freaking people. You know, I'm in the top 2% income earners. If you put in well, with my savings, I'm talking about like actual earnings. If you put the investments, I'm in the top 1%. So yeah, I don't care. I'm good. To me, that doesn't really do much. Well, one second, you know, lane. So to me, you know, like, I don't really care all that much. For me, it works out perfect. And I think that has done it. And feminism has been good because ultimately feminism was the leading cause to the MGTOW philosophy. And I'm happy that I found the MGTOW philosophy, right? Because it fits with me absolutely perfect, right? I can't, you know, I'm not gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna go and complain about my, you know, the MGTOW philosophy, because I enjoyed it, right? I actually like my life, and I like the way it's going and all that stuff. So anyway, like I think I'm just gonna end it there, because I'm getting ready to get inside the city. But yeah, so that will be my I guess like my conclusion to it, right? That feminism was a wonderful thing, right? Because feminism ultimately freed men. it also freed women, and maybe, you know, some women that didn't want to be free like that. Tough luck on them. Peace.